I know, here I am again. I'm on the Zero. I'm going to talk about the Zero, of course. This is a motovlogging channel, and this is a motorcycle, and I'm riding a motorcycle, and I'm Mrs. K. So, we are going to be talking about the Zero again, and again, and again, until we run out of things to talk about, I guess. I don't know, I'm just saying. One of the things that I find to be very interesting about this bike is that I don't know if it's because I don't have the windscreen or if it's because it's an electric motorcycle or what. I'm going to figure it out, and when I actually do have an answer, hopefully I'll get one. I'll let you guys know what it is. When I'm throttling up, even though I'm not at speed yet, sometimes it feels like I'm throttling up a lot faster than I did when I was using my gas vehicled bike. I don't know if it's just because I'm not used to the torque yet, or if it's a subconscious thing because it's more instant, or I don't know, I'm crazy, I don't know. But when I actually do figure out that answer, I will let you guys know. But I'm thinking it's because it's instant. And I think that's one of those things I was talking to you guys about before. I have to be very careful with the throttle because it's very easy to go. Mr. K has indicated that a few times for you guys, especially when he plays in sport mode. So yeah, I'm guessing that's what it is. I'm not 100% sure, like I said. But at this point, it is my best guesstimate. And yes, I use the word guesstimate because why not? Garbage on the roads. So lovely. In case you can't tell, I'm talking about those rocks right there. Those ones right there. I really don't like that clack in the front. I don't know what it is yet, but they told me it has to do with the wear-in periods, so I'm hoping that's what it is. I'm thinking maybe it's also because the air is still too cool for the bike, so it hasn't had a chance to expand and contract the metal properly. I'm not sure. Oh, darn, that goes. I have to, and that was like a little bit of throttle. I have to be very, very careful with this bike. You definitely get that pull back. I'm not so bothered by not having the windscreen, but it would still be nice to have it. And you're just going to skateboard wherever you want. Got it. Seems safe. You forgot your helmet and everything else that you probably should have. My PSA announcement. Of course, it's not my business how he wants to go out there and skateboard, but I'm allowed to have my opinion. That is the beautiful thing about YouTube. Everybody has an opinion. Whether you agree with it or not is a different story, but we all have an opinion. Like Mr. K, he has the opinion of AdCat, but he doesn't always agree. After all, you come here to listen to our opinions about the Zero, the 650, when we had the 300s, the 300s, what it's like to ride as a couple. Yeah, all that kind of fun stuff. I mean, those are the kind of things that you guys came here to listen to. Whether you always agree with our opinions or not is a different story. But it's, part of why you all showed up. And why you all continue to listen to us, which we're thrilled about. I know it didn't sound legit the way I said that, but I actually did mean it. But you guys came to get used to the silliness and the seriousness of this channel. I'm pretty sure we have more silly times than we have serious times, but no, when we wanted to talk to you guys about something legit, we've been serious about it, I think. Unless we're trying to do it as a ride together, and in that case we've failed at it. But we still appreciate you guys for sticking around and showing up and watching us. After all, if it wasn't for that, we would just be egotistical people that are out on our bikes talking to ourselves and putting up videos for no purpose, except for our own amusement. But then again, that could technically be dictating anybody who does YouTube, I guess. I don't know. I don't think we're all egotistical, but who am I to say? I mean, I'm just one of those people that, talks to a camera and then has the video uploaded. Man, I think it's like a lot easier to park on the streets nowadays. Seems to be more openings than there used to be. Yeah, as I was saying the other day too, this regen power is actually really nice. It gives me, well, not the regen power, but just the ability of the way that this bike maneuvers itself. It actually does a pretty decent job at maintaining itself downhill. I don't have to work as hard at it as I did with the 300, and I'm sure as Mr. K has to do with the 650, because she's got her own little stopping power. Why am I repeating myself? I have no idea why I'm repeating myself. I just hashtag why not? Yeah, hashtag why not. Noisy motorcyclists, I tell ya. Of course, I'm noisy for you guys because you guys get to hear the wind sound because, well, that's life. That's what it is. It's life. That's the way it works. Sometimes it just is what it is and you guys can't do anything about it. And that goes for me as well. Scooter life. No, there's no reason to say that. I just wanted to say it. Oh, I know what it reminds me of. I don't know how many of you guys would have done this, but when you were younger, putting like baseball cards in your spokes or playing cards, whatever, and it would be in the spokes of your tire and then it would go kind of reminds me of that sound. That's what it is. Kind of reminds me of that sound. In all honesty today, I was just like, I don't feel like putting my gear on. And then as I was putting my gear on, I'm like, I don't feel like going downstairs. And I don't know why. I just didn't feel like it. But I just didn't feel like it. But then this magical thing happened. As soon as I got on the bike, as soon as I got out on the road, I was like, well, duh, of course I felt like it. I just find it funny to have those moments where you feel like you don't want to go out, but you do want to go out, so you fight with yourself the whole time. And then when you finally do it, you're like, well, what was the big deal? But I think that equates to a lot of things in life. I mean, when you really, truly think about it, whenever you think about going and doing something specifically, you're like, do I really feel like doing that? And then you're like, well, yeah, I feel like it. Should I do that? I don't know. And then when you go out and do it and you said, well, why did I make such a big deal about going and doing it? So that's kind of like the day that I was having today. It wasn't like it's a big deal to go out and do it or anything like that. I was just like, I don't feel like doing it. But then you're out and you're like, well, yeah, of course I felt like doing it. I just didn't feel like doing it. I know it sounds silly. I don't know. Maybe it's just a female thing. I don't know if guys, if you men out there feel the same way. Sometimes I just feel like blaming on things on like, I'm a female, that's all it is. And I know it's not an actual true statement, it's just that sometimes I just feel like saying, I'm just a woman, that's all. Just like, forgive me. Because I'm female. And no, I'm not trying to get into anything serious talk about feminism or sexism or any of that stuff. I'm just being a silly motovlogger. That is all. In all honesty. Wow, well, I guess it's not technically a side street. It feels like a side street. It's not a side street. I was going to say for a side street, it's got a lot of lights. But then I remembered this is Fraser Street, and Fraser Street's actually a main street. So, yeah. That would have been a silly statement to make. It just feels like it's more busy than it should be. I mean, more lights than it should be. That's what I wanted to say. And now I'm on another main street because this is Broadway. So, this street I expect to see the lights. But I don't know why I didn't expect it on Fraser. See? Silly motovlogger again. Come on. I'm keeping with my theme here. I'm keeping with my theme. Wow, I gotta be careful with that. It sometimes feels like it wants to pull away from me when I'm at a light. Definitely have to be aware of that. I think it's because of how much I was throttling it personally, but I'll keep an eye on my throttling then. Because I definitely don't want to get myself in trouble with that one. See, everybody knows it's a nice day to go out for a ride. Even when you want to use the excuse that you don't feel like it. Well, you don't. Yeah, you know what I mean. You feel like it, but you don't feel like it. It's just that initial effort that you don't feel like doing. Whee! Yeah, definitely be more gentle on the throttle. I'm not really surprised of that outcome. But, that was only one scenario, so, we had to test it a few more times to get an actual result. So, wow, this thing is grooved. Ooh, we have another light to test out. What are you? Wow. Seriously? And you have a dash cam going? Jeez. Risque. Risque, I say risque. Oh, I can't tell if it's Grandpa in the car. Grandma's in the car. It is an Oldsmobile, so, if you go by that, then you should be an older person driving it, because it's old. Mobile. I don't know. I know there's no young mobile, or middle-aged mobile, so I don't know how that would work. It's only Oldsmobile where you need to be old. Not a sponsor by Oldsmobile. I don't think that they would want that as their catchphrase anyways. Are you old? Come drive an Oldsmobile. Are you feeling your aching back? Your knees are getting creaky? Come drive an Oldsmobile. Yeah, I don't think they'd want that as their thing. So, yeah, like I said, definitely not a sponsor. Okay, now it makes more sense. I see perfectly now better because my vision has adjusted to the person in the driver's seat. They're both older people, so I do apologize for going, what? And dash cam. So, if for some reason you people in your Oldsmobile are watching this video, I'm sorry for my previous comment. And if you are, really cool, thanks for watching us. So yeah, I'm definitely right about my throttle. I have to be a little bit more gentler of her on the takeoffs. Yep. That was my foolishness. Not really sure what's going on here with the people behaving on the roads. Ooh, I see a motorcyclist in my mirror. In my mirror. Do 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 do. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That wasn't nice of me. Hee hee. Ooh. This intersection has a red light camera. Do, 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 do. Okay, and for all of you who want to know, I don't know why I'm telling you, but for all of you who want to know, I used to go to this high school. This is Vancouver Technical High School. It's changed a little bit since I went. We didn't used to have the tennis courts. Now you know a little fact about Mrs. K that you didn't know. Ooh. This road is boompa. So anyways, thank you very much for watching Random Thoughts with Mrs. K. Now, if you liked listening to this in particular, episode, yes. If you like listening to this in particular episode, please remember to subscribe, like, and comment. Everything is appreciated. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, please don't forget to love, ride, explore. Be safe out there. And till next time, ta-ta. Oh, cool. Motorcycle. You only made that noise with your exhaust because I can't. Oh, I caught up to you. Cool. Sometimes I'm like, am I being a wannabe on this bike? Because, it's not anything special in the sense of, it doesn't have gas, gears. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Forget that comment. Forget that thought. It has no right to be on this channel. Because obviously, I ride a motorcycle, so it doesn't matter how my two wheels are. It just matters that they're two wheels.